Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with Ron Placone and Steph Zamorano. Hi, everybody. Nice mugs. Come to me. So we're talking about Michael Tracy, TYT investigative reporter. He got a hold of a memo sent out by the Democratic Campaign Committee. And, here's the headline. The leaked memo, Democratic Campaign Committee demands unity of 2018 candidates. And this was published on December 5th. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, the DCCC, is making several demands of candidates preparing for the 2018 House elections, according to an internal memo obtained by TYT. The memo dictates policies on campaign spending and sexual harassment and outlines requirements for the Democratic Party unity. An email accompanying the memo gives campaigns until Friday, December 8th, to respond. The memo was sent by DCCC Executive Director Dan Sena on December 1st to candidates and campaign managers. Sena did not respond to a request for comment, nor did the DCCC Communication Director Meredith Kelly. That's good communications, huh? Although the memo does not mention the highly contentious 2016 presidential primary, it includes a requirement that the campaigns must agree, quote, not to engage in tactics that do harm to our chances of winning a general election. The memo does not identify what tactics it is prohibiting. So it sounds like, well, there's a little bit more to this. Candidates also must hold a unity event with their primary opponents following a primary. So you're going to tell me that if Joe Manchin and Paula Swearengin, they're going to have to hold a unity? Joe Manchin, who votes with Trump almost all the time, they're supposed to have a unity meeting after she beats him, where she says, I like him? The reason she's running is because he's an asshole. That's why she's running. She's running because he is allergic to progressive policies. That's why. Because he's repulsive to any decent lefty. But according to the DCCC, you're supposed to have a unity meeting, and you're not supposed to say anything about Joe Manchin that might hurt him in the general.
Like he's screwing over everybody in his state.
Yeah, you're not supposed to tell.
So the guy that loves coal is supposed to have a unity party with the person that's actually standing up to fracking?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The memo requests the signature of the candidate, but it's unclear the extent to which it would be legally binding. The memo says the DCCC will provide trainings and template campaign tools for candidates who have open lines of communication with the DCCC. So again, this is just another way that they can screw over progressives. This is just another way that they're trying to squelch. Please don't say what's wrong with our party. Please don't run in our primary if you're going to talk about how effed up the Democratic Party is and how they are enemies of workers and the people. Please don't do that. And if you do, we're going to close communications with you, and we're not going to fund you.
But Jimmy, they do offer a hell of a bargain, though. They will offer you trainings and template campaign tools. The tools that you can use. Like that guy in Virginia. You know, the Democratic establishment told him, you know what, you're too progressive.
Lee
so
Carter?
he toned it back, and then he won. Oh, wait, no, he ran as a socialist and won anyway and ignored them.
What was that guy's name? I'm blanking
I
on
think
his
that-
name.
that-
Carter?
Yeah, I think that, yeah, Lee.
Lee Carter?
Yeah, Lee Carter.
But
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
so right, Ron. I mean, that whole quote will provide trainings and template campaign tools to candidates who have open lines of communication with the DCCC, except they don't want to have any kind of communication with the constituency.
Mm-hmm.
That would be asking too much from them.
Howie Klein, an activist who said he spoke to several candidates who received the memo, said every one of them is laughing at it. No one wants anything from the DCCC except money, and I'm talking even the candidates who are favored by the DCCC. Oh, they're not going to give us templates? What am I going to do without a DCCC template?
I heard that if we're good next year, next year they're going to give us magnets. We have everything to fight for.
Fantastic.
Will they? If I'm nice, will they send me a button making machine? Because I like to make buttons that say "Vote for me."
If everything works out, I'll get a tote.
A tote.
If your unity event is a good one, you get a tote.
The memo mandates that the candidates preserve. Listen to this. They preserve at least 75% of all funds they raise for paid communications, which is seen as code for TV advertising, a method viewed by much of the new generation of Democrats as outmoded, especially for mobilizing young and minority voters who could be critical in 2018. Why in the F would they want to have some kind of control over how you spend your money, and to the point where they want to mandate how much you have to spend on TV advertising? Why in the F would the DCCC give a care about how an individual spends their campaign resources to get their message out? Why would they care? Oh, I know. Because they're run by their consultants. That's a one big revolving door. That's what this is all about. It's all about preserving corporate cash flowing through the Democratic Party. That's what this is about. That's why they want that. You got to spend 75% on TV and radio, and you got to do that because guess who gets that money? They're consultants. So this is, again, I don't know if you remember, Barack Obama bankrupted the DNC by keeping his consultants being paid by the DNC, even in off-year elections, which you're not supposed to do. So this is corruption. That's what that is, by the way. That's what do you think that is, Ron, Steph? What do you guys think this 75% is?
Well, it's certainly not a strategy for victory. Because, I mean, if you gave them a basic quiz, like Obama's campaign was so successful because they utilized most A, radio, B, TV, C, the internet, D, I mean, it's pretty, it's C, the internet, and G, Hillary Clinton outspent Donald Trump 2-1 and still lost. So it's certainly not a method for victory.
Certainly not a method for victory. But that's what all the corporate Democrats know. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's if we keep the corporate cash flowing. That's why they'd rather lose to Republican than win with the progressive. Winning means the end of their gravy train. That's why.
You know what? Here's a way to mobilize the young and minority voters. How about a jobs program?
How about a jobs program? Fantastic. Yeah, that would be a way to mobilize them.
You're darn right it would be.
How about free college?
Huh.
Right? Yeah, how about a jobs program? How about a jobs program?
Look, save your pony talk for the Unity event, okay?
So all this stuff about unity means shut up progressives. Once again, this means you who want to get corruption out of our party, shut up. Shut up. And if you don't shut up, we're not going to give you our template.
And other tools that we
tools.
have.
My favorite tool that they have is Tom Perez. He's my favorite tool that the DCCC is going to give you. So, again, this is more patheticness coming from the Democratic establishment. This is just desperate to try to control. Stop talking! Don't say things! That's what this is. And you can't. You can't control the message. They try to do it on, the neoliberals do it on Twitter. They know how to silence people, get them shadow banned, get them all that. They know how to do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I like the open-ended rule of don't do anything that could hurt us in a general.
Right.
Like, that could be interpreted a million different ways to Sunday. It could even be interpreted as don't talk about policy.
Yes.
Ignore policy.
I'm pretty sure they sent this letter to MSNBC, too. I think that they're abiding by this, that no one is allowed to go on MSNBC that will hurt the corporate Democrat in the general.
Well, and we all know that MSNBC used those awesome templates to make their badass sizzle reel that we talked about.
If you want to see a lame sizzle reel, MSNBC's got some new promos running. We did a video about one of them.
Yep.
Oh, my God. But, so this is just, again, more patheticness from a party that's dead and doesn't know it. We interviewed a guy who's running for governor of Connecticut today. His name is Dan Drew, and he's a mayor
Middletown.
Middletown, Connecticut, and he's a progressive. And he's talking about, now think about how unpopular Republicans are right now. Just think about how unpopular they are. And Donald Trump and Roy Moore and everything. Think about how unpopular they are. He's saying that right now, the Democrats are neck and neck with in their state representative house. They're neck and neck with the Republicans. And I said, why is that? Why aren't you guys crushing them? Why aren't the Democrats crushing the Republicans? The Republicans are so unpopular. Donald Trump, and you guys still can't beat them? Donald Trump? And he said, it's because they don't have anything to offer. That's what he said. They don't have anything to offer. They don't have their own program. All they have is negative stuff about their opponents. They don't have anything positive to offer anybody. Where's your plan? Like Steph always says, where's your jobs program? Where's your way to boost up unions? Where's your way to get my wages up? Russia, Russia, Russia. So, and so unless the Democrats, radically change, it will be them gaining control of the House. The next election cycle, losing control. Gaining control of the Senate, losing. Winning the presidency, losing. That's what's going to keep happening. Because neither party has anything to offer, and they've screwed over the system, so now it makes it almost impossible for third parties to happen. Although everyone's going to make a push, and if Bernie got his head on right and was working right now to build a viable third party, it could be done. But it certainly needs a charismatic leader, and it wouldn't hurt if it was the most popular politician in the country at the time who's using his popularity to bolster up these frickin' Democrats. This corrupt organization, corrupt from top to bottom. So I'll keep urging Bernie, until the Democrats lose again, to try to do a third party.
We'll even help out with the templates.
Yeah,
do what we can.
We're good template workers.
Yeah,
we'll make a template for you. God damn it! The Democrats have nothing to offer. And all they're trying to do is control people who are. They're going to say bad things about us. Let's try. If we just stop people from talking, that's what totalitarian governments do. That's what their whole thing is. Stop, censor. So this is their feeble attempt at censorship.
Oh yeah, big time. This is the same thing the Washington Post do. Don't do anything that would disrupt XYZ.
Yeah. Okay, well. They certainly want their regular paid communications. They don't mean this. They don't mean shows like this. So if you like shows like this, they're trying to get rid of shows like this. They're unsubscribing people every day from our channel, and you might be unsubscribed and you don't know it. So please check and make sure you're still subscribed. And if you're not, click subscribe and then hit the bell next to it so you get a notice when we drop our videos. And if you can help support us by becoming a patron or going through our premium program or however you do it, buying a mug or a T-shirt, we certainly appreciate it. We'll see you December 18th at our next live show. Thanks for your support.